Hey there, guys. So, I've been creating content for about 12, 13 years now. And over the course of my streaming adventures and my YouTube content, people have always asked this one question. How do I become a creator? What can I do to become a successful streamer? And I've been at the top of directories, at the bottom of directories, and everywhere in between. And I wanted to kind of put into words some advice, but also recognize a lot of mistakes that newcomers and people that are just starting to stream make, so that hopefully you can take my mistakes and the things that I've learned at over a decade of experience can hopefully help you separate yourself from the pack, if that makes any sort of sense. Now, I'm not here to judge anyone, and traditionally when I'm asked this question, hey, what can I do to, get viewers or become a good streamer or anything like that, I normally would just say is if it was as easy as following these steps, everybody would be a streamer. It's not easy. You could do everything right and still not break through and still not succeed to the point that you want. And it's very possible. But the more things you do right, the better the odds you have. And I'm going to break down 5 mistakes that new streamers make. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you with some more stuff here soon. We're going to start with number 1 on the list. And this one is the one pit that almost every beginning streamer makes. And that is just limited engagement. Now, what I mean by this, and if you aren't sure if you're guilty of this or not, or if you want to test it out yourself, go to a random directory in Twitch, scroll down towards the bottom where people have, 1 viewer, 2 viewers, 5 viewers, and 99 out of 100 of those guys are just going to be sitting there not talking. They're not going to be doing anything. They're just going to be playing the game, and they're going to be putting out one word or one sentence every couple minutes. And I understand why you want to do that. You feel like, you see the number 1 or 2, or you think nobody's there watching, and you don't want to put that energy out. But what you need to do is put what you're capable of out on display. I always recommend people to act as if you are streaming to 1,000 people. Show them what you're capable of, because people will trickle in. People will come in over time. But if they come in, they take a look at you, and you haven't said any words in 30 seconds to a minute, they're going to leave. What would you do in that situation? You click on a stream, you see a guy, and he hasn't said a word in 2 minutes. Are you staying? Are you following? It's one of the biggest mistakes people make right off the bat, and I understand why people do it. So if you can break out that mentality, there's nobody here to watch. Why do I put in the effort or the energy? Because you need to, because people will come through, and when they do, you have a standard set, and more importantly, that's practice for you to get used to that. So things that you can do for that, number 1 is rewatch your videos, right? Record them, watch them back over. You are going to be your harshest critic. You are going to look at your content, you are going to grade it and value it far worse than any viewer or friend ever would, and you're going to be very critical of yourself. So that is one tip that I give every level of creator, the most successful or otherwise. There are times, and I'll give you an example. Back when I first got into battle royales, I was an asshole. I don't have any nice way to put it. I would be very critical of my friends. If they would make mistakes, I would call them out, and it's important to be healthy to be able to rectify and fix situations so they don't happen again. But the way I delivered it, I was rude to my friends, and I hated that I did that to them. And I didn't know I was doing it. I didn't notice it in the heat of it. And I felt terrible for treating them that way. And I would have never known that if I didn't go back to rewatch the content. And I was disappointed in myself, and I fixed it. So go back. You'll know if are you talking enough? Are you making enough jokes? Are you thanking people that say things? Are you getting to know the people and ask them questions and engaging with them? You will be critical. That is one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. Rewatch your videos from time to time and see how you're doing. Start narrating what you're doing or explaining your thought process. It's a good way to start to get comfortable with communicating. So say, hey, okay. Ooh, I think I heard somebody upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs. He might have a shotgun. I'm going to throw a grenade through the window. Yeah, okay. No hits. I'm going to wrap around the backside. See, I'm painting you a picture. I'm narrating what I'm doing. And that's just a good way to get started, to keep the chat flowing, put your energy into it. That's one thing you can do if you're solo. One of the best pieces of advice I can give you is play with friends. Get on Discord, hop in a party, and talk. So they can see your natural behavior with your friends. They can see the kind of creator you are. They'll enjoy your comedy, your laugh, your banter, and they're going to want to get involved with it. And they can hopefully at that point find something about you that attracts them. And that's just a good way. Get used to commentating so that there's something going on in your stream, so that you're talking and you're doing something. Another big mistake here, number 2 on the list, is self-advertising. And I know this is just a meme within the community now. Follow for follow, support small streamers, things like this. You see it all over Twitter. You see it all over social media and inside of streams. But if I got to be honest with you, that's not the way to go. What you're looking for is natural engagement and some sort of networking. Networking is by far the best tool at your disposal, especially early on. Meeting other like-minded people that have the same passions and goals that you do, interacting with them, and growing alongside them. Let each other's successes lift each other up. Work on yourself, help them out, make friends. Some of the best friends that I have made on Twitch have been people that I have met through other communities, through other streams and stuff like that, and it's absolutely amazing. So with that, another piece of advice I would give you is if you have, say, 8 hours out of your day dedicated to streaming, put 6 hours of that into streaming. Put another hour to chilling in your friend's stream, because if you think about it, you're looking for support, right? Not from just other creators, but viewers and community members and stuff as well. You got to be willing to do that in return. You can't expect people to support you if you're not going to support them. So get involved, make some friends, some real genuine relationships out there. And that's the way to do it. Meet, communicate, and friendships flow. They come with that. And I'll give you a perfect example and how influencing this can be at an early stage. So I was part of the Division 2 community a while back, in a very small community. I mean, the largest streams were at like 100 viewers, right? There was generally only a few hundred people in the directory at any given time. And for the months that I streamed it, I knew a bunch of community members that would just get in there, get involved with clans, help each other out, and, you know, would work with raids and things like that and educate and teach people. There was one woman in particular, Pockets, and she's an absolute sweetheart, badass woman, good gamer, level-headed, teaches people, carries people through raids, is amazing. It's pretty much a service, right? She never streamed. She just did this out of the goodness of her heart to help the community, and everybody knew her. So eventually the community pushed for her to stream, and when she started streaming, within the first couple weeks, she was already holding an average of like 40, 50 concurrent viewers. She went from 0 to 50 in like 2 weeks because of the relationship she forged before she even thought about streaming, before it was even just an idea. And it's that important for you to create and foster those relationships. Number 3 on my list, this mentality where you have to grind and stream 14 hours a day to get anywhere. Rise and grind. That's bullshit. That is unhealthy. It's not stable. It sets unrealistic expectations. Please do not do that to yourself. I talked about it a little bit ago. If you've got 8 hours out of your day to create content, split it up. Stream for 5. Create YouTube content, TikTok content for 2. And then network, air quotes. Get to know other people in the community for the other one and support your other fellow creators. So split it up. You don't have to be live for 8 of it. You are going to benefit more from being in a few different places at once. Not only are your odds of finding success better when you're on TikTok, on other social medias, getting involved in other things, answering emails. Not only are you likely to blow up on one of those situations and allow that to foster a community on another platform, but honestly, it's just healthier for you to spread your followers and your community and get to know each other and just widen that possibility for yourself. So definitely find balance between your hours, and that's the hardest thing that people learn when they're starting to get into the mid-level of streaming, is managing that. They're like, okay, it's time I bring in YouTube content. It's time I do this. And then how do I do it? How do I stream for 10 hours a day now and make 4 hours of YouTube videos? You can't. And raise kids, you just can't. So you got to make sacrifices somewhere. So if that means chopping a couple hours off your routine stream, do it. There's no point in doing 14-hour streams, 8-hour streams. You don't. You're going to burn yourself out. There's so many more opportunities out there if you start trying different things out instead of throwing all your eggs into one basket. So another thing that I want to throw out there, number 4 on the list is, and this is kind of like a combo one, a lot of people like to, I guess, prioritize the wrong things when they are starting out. A lot of guys I've seen go out there and spend $2,000 on stream upgrades and cameras and Elgato lights, and you haven't even hit go live yet. Please do not be one of these people that puts the energy into it. I know how important it is to you, but you got to be realistic. You got to know what you're doing, and honestly, more time is spent in focusing on your content, going back and watching VODs and perfecting your art and your craft, than worrying about getting a G Fuel discount code for a little bit of kickback. So many people, and especially those companies out there, those affiliate companies, take advantage of small and young creators because They know you guys will have dedicated small communities that want to see you succeed, and they will prey on you because you don't know the value of your brand. You don't know what you're putting into it. So all I can say here is pace yourself. Don't invest too hard and focus on what you need to work on. And that is your networking and improving your content. Don't worry about chasing sponsors. They will eventually come to you. Don't worry about, you know, chasing $4,000 setups. Start small. Maybe just a basic, you know, cheap, affordable camera. Have a nice little rig set up, something simple. And then if you grow, as an affiliate moving on through there, the money that you earn from that potentially put back for stream upgrades and let it pay for itself. Pace it. And ultimately, as I said, don't get into the sponsor game until you know what you're talking about. It doesn't make you more official or more badass to have a discount code. They honestly look to prey on you guys, so pay attention to what you're doing. I can open a whole video on networking and sponsors, and if that's something you want to see, please let me know. Last on the list, and I've talked about this before, and this is one of the ones that really just hurts me, and it kind of ties into the last one, but fifth on the list is the collaboration, the small streamers mentality. Please, for the love of God, stop saying support small streamers or I'm a small streamer. If you reach out to a sponsor, hey, I'm just a small... Don't say that. You just say you're a creator, you're a streamer, you're an influencer. I'm not gonna go to somebody and go, hey, I'm a big influencer. You know, I'm a big streamer. Don't even say young, because what you're doing is you're throwing yourself in a box, okay? You're devaluing yourself. You're saying I'm a small streamer, like I know I'm probably not worthy of this. Don't do that. You're a creator, and you may not have surfaced, you may not have hit your potential, you may not have hit your stride yet, but you are a creator. Do not throw yourself in the box of saying I'm a small creator. Don't do that on Twitter or anything. You are a creator. Own it, work on it, find your way through. Because if you reach out to somebody or you keep branding yourself as that, you've pretty much put yourself in that label. You've put yourself in that box, and that's no way to do it. Sponsors aren't going to look at that and take you serious. Other people, other creators are not going to take you serious. And whether or not it's true or not doesn't matter. The confidence is the key. The belief in yourself is key. So don't throw yourself into something. Don't knock yourself down like that. Just accept the fact that you're a creator and you're going to keep growing and you're going to keep working hard on your craft. So don't make that mistake. So that's a little parting wisdom there. Hopefully that has helped some of you in some way. Either way, I love and appreciate you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach me on Twitter, DM me, let me know what's going on with you. Feel free to leave comments or additional feedback for those that may be involved in the content creation game. If there's something I've missed or other pieces of advice, I'm sure people can go through the comments of this video and potentially learn something else from you guys as a kind of crowdsourced information key. And if this does somehow help you in some way, and you can come back here in a few months and just let me know that, hey, this worked out, I'd really appreciate it. But either way, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for supporting what I do, and I will catch you with another video soon.